Hello. In the following videos, we shall analyze some of the terms Derrida uses in his method of analysis, which we call deconstruction. You might have come across a term called metaphysics. For example, metaphysical poetry. Metaphysics is the branch of philosophy that examines the fundamental nature of reality, including the relationship between mind and matter, among other things. അതായത് നമ്മൾ റിയാലിറ്റീനെ എങ്ങനെ മനസ്സിലാക്കിയെടുക്കുന്നു, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ റിയാലിറ്റി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എന്താണ്, ഇതിനെക്കുറിച്ചുള്ള പഠനങ്ങളാണ് മെറ്റാഫിസിക്സിലുള്ളത്. Now, meta means beyond or above. So, something is above or beyond something. Metaphysical. So, metaphysical means beyond the physical world. ഇതെന്താ സംഭവം? Derrida talks about metaphysics of presence. Metaphysics of presence is one phrase you will often come across when talking about or reading about Derrida. It could also mean a presence beyond the physical world. Presence means something that something exists. എന്തോ ഒന്ന് ഉണ്ട് എന്നുള്ളതാണല്ലോ presence കൊണ്ട് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്. So we had earlier seen examples of how we search for centers of meaning or stable reference points. അർത്ഥങ്ങൾ നിലനിൽക്കുന്ന ഒരു ഇടം, സിഗ്നിഫയർ മറ്റൊരു സിഗ്നിഫയറിലേക്ക് വഴുതി മാറാത്ത ഒരു സ്ഥിതിവിശേഷമാണ് ഇതുകൊണ്ട് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്. Derrida says that the Western thought has been obsessed with the search which he calls the metaphysics of presence. ഇപ്പോൾ വെസ്റ്റേൺ ഫിലോസഫിയിൽ ഈ എന്താണ് ഒരു അന്വേഷണമാണെന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. ഈ ഒരു പ്രസൻസിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള, ഈ ഒരു സെന്ററിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള അന്വേഷണമാണ് നടന്നുകൊണ്ടേയിരിക്കുന്നത് എന്നുള്ളതാണ് Derrida പറയുന്നത്. Now you will hear a lot of Western thought being referenced. Why not Eastern thought? Eastern thought അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മുടെ ഈസ്റ്റേൺ ഫിലോസഫി എന്തുകൊണ്ട് റെഫറൻസ് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല? This is because Eastern philosophy is quite different from Western counterpart. This reference to Western thought is because most European cultures and mythology share a lot of similar characteristics. There is a prominent influence of Greek philosophers like Socrates, Plato and Aristotle in Western thought. They laid the foundations of Western thought. ഇപ്പോൾ വെസ്റ്റേൺ തോട്ട് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ ഇവർ ഈ മൂന്ന് പേരും പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ള പല കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെയാണ് റെഫറൻസ് ചെയ്ത് പോകുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് വെസ്റ്റേൺ തോട്ട് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് തന്നെ. Even today we are trying to explain things based on what was said 2500 years ago by Socrates, Plato and Aristotle. Most of Western thought is also governed by Christianity. So when they cite God as a reference point, it is usually the Christian God. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Derrida says that right from the time of Plato, Western thought has been driven by a metaphysics of presence. It means that we are looking for a presence or tend to rely on a stable point of reference which can hold meaning for us. We may call this the search for the substance or origin or identity or truth. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പൊരുൾ എന്നൊക്കെ പറയില്ലേ, ഒരു സത്യത്തിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു അന്വേഷണമാണ്, എല്ലാം അർത്ഥങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഉള്ള ഒരു ഇടം. When Plato proposed his worldview, he said that the world we live in, the world of becoming, is a mirror image of the world of being. The world of being is the ideal world, which consisted of original concepts. It is a world of forms. So ultimately, all things in the world of becoming point to or originated from the world of being. Around 2500 years ago, Plato associated speech or speaking with presence and writing with absence. Remember, there were no mobile phones or recording devices other than paper or hard surfaces. അപ്പോൾ ആള് ഉള്ളപ്പോഴാണല്ലോ നമുക്ക് ശബ്ദം കേൾക്കാൻ പറ്റുക. So Plato connected presence with speech and sound. He connected writing with absence. You can read the document in the absence of the author. A written document exists separately from its author. Absence presence is one of the primary binary oppositions analyzed by Jacques Derrida in Of Grammatology. As well as this is also a central concept in Freud and Lacan. Western metaphysics, according to Derrida, favors presence and wants to subordinate absence to it. Western thought, according to Derrida, is governed by the search for center or presence. As the center of meaning is beyond the rules of governing, it is transcendent or beyond all physical restrictions. This search for a center where truth or meaning resides is what Derrida calls the metaphysics of presence. Metaphysics of presence is the tendency to conceive or understand fundamental philosophical concepts such as truth, reality, and being in terms of ideas such as presence, essence, identity, and origin. And in the process, to ignore the crucial role of absence or difference. You will also come across a term called phonocentrism. Telephone. Tele means far, so phono means sound. Then phonetics, study of speech sounds. When do we get sound? When someone makes a noise or when someone speaks. Phonocentrism is the belief that sound or speech are inherently superior to or more primary than written language. Those who espouse phonocentric views maintain that spoken language is the primary and most fundamental method of communication, whereas writing is merely a derived method of capturing speech. ഇപ്പോൾ നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ മെറ്റാഫിസിക്സ് ഓഫ് പ്രസൻസ് ഇല്ലേ, അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു ഭാഗമാണ് ഈ ഫോണോസെൻട്രിസം എന്നുള്ള വാക്കും. ഓക്കെ.